Hello everybody, and welcome to another Theros Beyond Death ranked draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Remember to click the thumbs up on the video, it really does help me out a ton, and leave a comment in the comment section down below if you do have any questions at all. If you want to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. I switched the order up on you folks. Gotcha. Also, if you want to talk about all things Magic related, be sure to check out the Discord server for our channel. It's free to join. Anyone is welcome, and it is a great place to talk about Magic strategy, ask me questions, and it is growing, and the more people the merrier, because it just facilitates more discussion and improvement for everyone. But let's look at this pack. The rare is a bit of a dud as far as rares go. You don't really take these like first pick. You will play these in any white or green deck. It doesn't have to be both colors. You'll play it in either one, just because a land that entered tapped and scries you one is still worth it in the late game. I guess you would kind of not play you wouldn't play all lands of this type, but you'd play like 3 if you got them, but that's not super likely. Hello, Angeheron. But yeah, we're not going to be taking that first. The uncommons are pretty solid. Mystic Repeal, Nessian Wanderer, both pretty solid. I think I would start with Nessian Wanderer over Mystic Repeal, just because this can be relatively similar to a Return to Nature in many situations, so you don't need to prioritize this type of effect. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm from the Bay Area as well. True, Maze of Death. And then Rise of Glory is the third uncommon in this pack. This one's actually really cool and really powerful when it comes together. Returning an aura can oftentimes be really good, especially because in white and black there are auras that you really want to return, like Dreadful Apathy, Mire's Grasp, things like that function as removal spells. It's much better to return those types of things rather than just a buff aura, though returning one of those can be good as well. In the commons, I think the best common is Omen of the Sea, but it's not as good as any of these 3 uncommons, I don't think, though it's kind of close with Mystic Repeal on a pack 1 pick 1, just because this effect is kind of one you don't want too many copies of. And then the other good common is Underworld Ragehound. None of these commons are like unplayably bad. They're just kind of mediocre. Like this one's like kind of a sideboard card. I think in this pack, I'm going to take Rise to Glory because I want more experience with the card, and I think it could lead to some fun decks. I've already gotten good experiences with Nessian Wanderer. I think it's like a solid card, but not like game breaking. Whereas if you have a Rise to Glory deck and it's good, Rise to Glory is going to be like the best card in your deck, and it's also splashable. So that's another factor as well. If you end up in like a blue deck, you can splash Rise to Glory to get your and like a Dreadful Apathy, which is like a powerful extra benefit. So I'm going to take the Rise to Glory here. I want to try it out, get some more experience with the card, and show off all the stuff it can do. After that, I think I would take Nessian Wanderer, then Omen of the Sea, then Mystic Repeal, then Underworld Ragehound, and then the Scryland, and then probably the Soul Reaper of Mogus. Let's start things off with this Rise to Glory, see what follows up. Kind of a neat combo with any oh, I guess this doesn't get back sagas, unfortunately. Rise is also nice against Trawler. The way it works is when the aura comes onto the battlefield, it gets around hexproof if it's enchanting something, so that's useful to know. Okay, so looking at this pack, Metamized Prophecy is okay. It's not like a huge, it's not like a super great card in my opinion, just because as a top deck later in the game is not great, because if you then draw a spell, if you have then draw a spell, then you are incentivized not to cast it immediately, which can be quite poor. Also, if you top deck a better card to cast in the early game when you do have the Metamized Prophecy, it doesn't work out great. Or if you want to hold up a counter spell, you can't really do that. So I don't really prioritize it. We won't ideally take a white or black card to go with Rise to Glory, and I think Venomous Hierophant is the best option for that, because not only is it a good creature, it also mills you, which works with Rise to Glory because it can put those auras and creatures into the graveyard, so that you always have targets for your Rise to Glory. It's also just one of the best black commons. Death Touch is very relevant. Fueling Your Escape is very relevant. Underworld Dreams, not really a playable card. Escape Velocity has not been impressive to me either. I think it's definitely Venomous Hierophant as the pick. I think after that, Underworld Charger versus Rage Guard Berserker is kind of interesting as which other black card I would take. I think Harpy is after those two. But I think that the Rage Guard Berserker I would probably take over the Charger, just because Charger doesn't work in a lot of the controlling decks. Triple Underworld Dreams plus Gary. Well, I would probably want to have the Gary before I tried picking up Underworld Dreams. And I don't think that's really a viable strategy, but it would be fun to try at some point if I got all the uncommons, I guess. I think Ichthyomorphosis is nice. It would have to be a second color, so that's not as appealing, but it is an aura to get back with Rise to Glory, which is a benefit. But yeah, I think in this pack I go Venomous Hierophant, Then probably I would take Ichthyomorphosis, then Return to Nature. These are just like the powerful cards in the pack, and then maybe Metamize. I think that the black cards are a little bit distant after that, but we're going to start with a Venomous Hierophant here. Okie doke. Interesting stuff here. There's not a single black card I want to take. Underworld Charger is like solid, but not great. There isn't really a white card I want to take. I'm not going to take a Nyxborn Courser here. So it leaves me with several options. I could try to move into like a black X deck, or I could just take the most powerful card. Stinging Lionfish is quite good, especially in like a blue-black control deck, or if it's like if you can get a tempo aggro deck like blue-red, it's really nice. There's also Alter if I wanted to go for like a splash deck, like maybe I think, oh, I'm playing Rise to Glory, I'm going to want to splash, but I think taking this third is way too ambitious. I'm of the mindset that you generally want cards to splash before you decide to splash. Here the Nyxborn is pretty solid, but it's a gold card, and it doesn't really go with either of my first two picks. I think the card's not as good as I initially thought it was. Like a 3-mana 2/2 plus a 1/1 is good, but I don't think it's not the type of card that is at its best in a splashing deck either. I think I'm just going to take the Stinging Lionfish. Good 2-drops are kind of hard to find in blue-black, and I could totally see myself playing a blue-black deck splashing a Rise to Glory, especially because blue has access to Ichthyomorphosis to further facilitate that type of thing. But yeah, this card also just really works out well in a lot of situations. So yeah, we're going to take this over. Probably second pick would be Charger or Hero, but I think this is just one of the best cards in the pack. And now we see a lot of good cards here. There is a Deny the Divine if we wanted to stick to blue. I don't think we're going to need Glimpse of Freedom because we're going to have ways to use the graveyard in this color combination. There's a Omen of the Dead, which is quite nice, though we aren't necessarily seeing a black signal, whereas we are kind of seeing a blue signal, so I think I'd rather act on the blue signal than the black signal, if that makes sense. I will explain it and further clarify. But basically, we first picked Rise to Glory, second picked Hierophant out of a relatively weak pack, and then we didn't see a single black card in pack 3. So maybe a fourth picking an Omen is just going to lead me down a path that isn't very open. Whereas I would rather be something like blue-white splashing black or something like that, because there are 3 white cards in this pack, there's 4 blue cards. You can't only use quantity as a measure, but there's also some pretty solid blue cards. Ichthyomorphosis, Deny the Divine. I think because we have the Rise to Glory, I'm going to take the first Ichthyo over the first Deny the Divine. One other thing I will note is I was talking with someone in the Discord server about Elite Instructor, and I think it maybe deserves a bump similar to how what's the red Thrill of Possibilities deserves a little bit of a bump in the set, just because getting a card into your graveyard can be fuel for your escape. So Elite Instructor is a little bit better than it looks, probably, but I'm not going to be taking it here over these other good blue commons. It's just something I want to experiment with, maybe playing that card a little bit more liberally than I have. But yeah, I think I'm going to take Ichthyomorphosis here. After that, I would take Deny the Divine, and then I'd probably take the Omen, and then maybe I would experiment with Elite Instructor. Daxos. Now this is a nice little signal. I like it. We can play blue-white, splash black. We wouldn't play the Hierophant, but we could splash the Rise to Glory. And I think this is maybe the direction we're supposed to go with this draft. I mean, this is a pretty late Daxos. Granted, we aren't heavy white yet, but we still have time to become a heavy white deck. And Daxos is really quite powerful. Also, this art is sick. Warden of the Chain is quite good, but it's miles from where we are currently. There's Nexus Wardens if I wanted to go into like blue-green, but blue-greens tends to be more like mid-rangey or even aggressive decks, so I don't really want the Nexus Wardens in a blue-green deck. But yeah, I think we'll take the Daxos. It's a pretty late signal. There's nothing else I'm even missing out on. Like, Memory Drain's okay. Aspect's like more of a sideboard card in my opinion a lot of the time. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, so getting a Daxos here is a nice signal. And now, I realized that killer analysis is why you come to my channel, the just when I see a pack, because there's so many options. So the card that immediately pops to mind is this Omen of the Sun. It's one of my pet favorite cards in the set. It's really powerful. The scry 2 a lot of the time is like a card draw in the late game, because you'll scry a land away that would have been useless. So this card is quite good. It also works well with Stinging Lionfish, which is even more upside. Another card that's like a nice little one to see is the Deny the Divine. I would like to get a copy of that probably for my deck. It does work well with things like Omen, because you can hold up both and then flash in your Omen of the Sun. And then there's a Traveler's Amulet, which would facilitate splashing Rise to Glory, and getting a Traveler's Amulet is definitely powerful. I don't think I'm going to take the Amulet here. I think I'm just going to get the Omen. I really do like Omen. And Amulet can be approximated a little bit worse, albeit by something like an Altar of the Pantheon later. But I'm going to get Foiled Axis with Art and French Knights. I'm just going to snag the Omen of the Sun here over the Traveler's Amulet. Traveler's Amulet would be number 2, then Deny, then Leonin of the Lost Pride. I don't think I'm going to need the escape stuff, though I maybe will get one of those later anyway. Okie doke. Now, there's an Unknown Shores if I really wanted to splash. We could also still be a black-white deck. We have 2 white cards and a black card and a black-white card, so maybe we could take something like Soul Reaper of Mogus. But we haven't really seen any great black cards as like a signal. So I could see taking Stern Dismissal as just another instant speed shenanigans trick thing. Or we could take an Unknown Shores in case we really need help splashing Rise and we end up like 10 planes, splashing some blue, splashing some white. There are some cool splishy splashy decks that you can draft, mostly in like paper drafts where you're going to get past more of the rares and payoffs. But I think Stern Dismissal is not super impressive to me, so I don't really care about that. Thundering Chariot is like mediocre. Soul Reaper of Mogus and Unknown Shores. I think Soul Reaper is not really going to be my pick here. I think it's between the Shores and the Chariot most likely. I'm just going to take the Shores on the off chance that we want to play some crazy splash deck. And now there is another white card in the Envoy, but I don't love Envoy outside of more aggressive strategies. There's a very late Underworld Ragehound, but we're miles from red. So let's just take the Elite Instructor, get some more experience with that card. And now Leonin of the Lost Pride for more 2-drops. I like it. This should not be wheeling, or maybe it should be. I don't think it's a very good sign that that's wheeling because, yeah, that card was one of the better ones in the pack. I guess the pack we opened was pretty good. Some late red-green cards, but we're kind of off of that path. Let's just take Leonin. I do like Leonin. The exiling is quite relevant. And now picking up a Nyxborn Courser. Maybe we'll play that if we get some Reverent Hoplite action. I don't love Nyxborn Seaguard, but I think I can get a Bronze Sword later if I need one. Envoy with Rise. You don't get to return the enchantment creatures, unfortunately. Oh, Fruit of Tizarus, the OP. No, I'm just kidding. Flicker of Fate is great. I really like that card. You can save your creatures from removal, blink your relevant cards, use it with Stinging Lionfish to tap something down. Okie doke. What have we got here? Oh, this is so funny. I told someone that if I opened Gallia Pack 1 Pick 1, I would build around it. And I opened it Pack 2. Sorry, I forget who it was, but yeah. Maybe next time. If only it was the other order, because we did see a lot of red and green cards too. Here I think it's a pretty easy Reverent Hoplite. Big fan of that card. And we do have some nice little payoffs for heavy white Daxos, Nyxborn Courser, Omen of the Sun. All these kind of stick and play pretty easily and give you a lot of devotion. There is also something like a Devourer if we really wanted to swing back towards black, but as you probably saw, black was not particularly open. So yeah, I think Reverent Hoplite is the pick by a mile. After that, probably the Hero of the Pride as just a good 2-drop. And then why does this yeah, 1 second, folks. Slash ban. Thank you. It's just some absurd bot spam, you know, classic stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the Reverent Hoplite here. Following that up, Revoke Existence can be a pretty solid removal spell. There's also a Transcendent Envoy, but I don't have any auras to go with it right now. So I think it's probably best to just get the Revoke. Oh, there's also some options in blue, like Deny the Divine. Oh yeah, it is. It only gets +1 for each instance of a card going to the graveyard. It doesn't get like +3/+3. But yeah, it still would be nice. There is a Deny the Divine. There's also a Revoke. I think Deny is a pretty solid option. There's also a Naiad if I wanted to go more of that path. I think getting a Revoke is pretty nice, though, because I do want to be heavy white if possible. But there are some nice blue options. I think we're just going to get some more removal in the form of Revoke, because we do want some interaction, and I don't really want multiple denies. And now Metamized Prophecy could be okay. Ooh, Dreadful Apathy. I don't know even. This is a perfect pick. Fits with the Rise to Glory that we could splash. That was a sound effect that I haven't made. I was trying to go la la la, kind of like in a cartoon where they go like, or it's like a sound effect from a cartoon. Oh, it's the Looney Tunes one where they like shake their head and then they like when they're looking at something like and then they look at something. That's what it was. But yeah, Dreadful Apathy, perfect. Fits with Rise to Glory. Works with Flicker of Fate. Can also be Devotion for Reverent Hoplite. Perfect pickup here. After that, I would probably take either Metamized Prophecy, just so I can find my stuff more consistently, or Indomitable Will, but pretty happy to see Dreadful Apathy here. Whoo! How much value do we get with Shimmerwing? Right now, we only get value with, I guess, Omen of the Sun. And that's it. But we have time. We can get more. Definitely going to be snagging this one. Very powerful card. After that, I'd probably take Daybreak Chimera. Rose's Blessing is sweet with Shimmerwing Chimera, and not with really a ton of our other cards. It's just a good card in general. I'd probably take the Daybreak Chimera after Shimmerwing, and then the Ichthyomorphosis. And now Triton Wave Rider. Let's see, how many enchantments do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably don't want the Wave Rider. I'd probably rather just have Hero of the Wind. It's a flyer. It works well with my Reverent Hoplite. It wears Sentinel's Eyes pretty well. So I think we're just going to take the Hero of the Winds. I think it can perform pretty well in this deck. And now Threnody Singer. Definitely going to snag that one over Elite Instructor. Get more flyers in the mix. Oh, the Self-Mill with Sage of Mysteries. So good. We could just take Captivating Unicorn, tap some big threats down. I like that over Birth of Meletus. Though, now that we have Shimmerwing Chimera, so if we play this on turn 2, then we can't get Shimmerwing down on curve before it would pick itself up. Also, getting a constant stream of 0-4 walls isn't insane. But maybe it's better than taking Captivating Unicorn, because Captivating Unicorn is kind of expensive. The question is, would we play Birth of Meletus? What's our game plan for winning? I think part of it is going wide on the ground, so we don't really want to stall the board with Birth of Meletus necessarily. I like Dawn Evangel. It's going to go well with Sentinel's Eyes, because I'm going to prioritize those thanks to my Unicorn, Hero of the Winds, Hoplite, so I will be trying to get Sentinel's Eyes in this third pack. Nyxborn Courser is also good with Hoplite, but we don't need to prioritize that in any means. Getting a Hero of the Pride is perfect. We need more 2-drops. It's white, which is even better because we need white 2-drops because look how heavy white our deck is. And really nice pickup. Deny the Divine Wield. Perfect. We might play that. More experience with Elite Instructor. Let's try it out. Another Nyxborn Courser. I don't think we're going to be an Unknown Shores deck. Ooh, yikes. This card is great, but I don't think we can splash. Oh, it's also broken with Shimmerwing Chimera. This is tricky, because there is just a Daybreak Chimera, which is going to be fantastic in this deck. And then there's just the Ruin Games, which is also a very powerful card, but I don't think we're splashing. I don't think we're splashing Rise to Glory either. We're just going to snag the Daybreak Chimera. Stay consistent, stay powerful, stay true to ourselves, and take the Daybreak Chimera. And now, so I think I'm going to take the Omen of the Sea. Omen of the Sea, of course, works really well with Shimmerwing Chimera. And Thirst for Meaning is also a fine card, but I think Omen's just a little bit better because of the Shimmerwing synergy. Also, it gives us an enchantment to play to trigger Captivating Unicorn. Helps us. Do we have any other synergies with enchantments entry? It gives us, I guess, Devotion for this. We can cast either one with that. You can Flicker of Faded in a pinch. I think we're just gonna take the Omen. After that, I'd probably take Sunmane Pegasus and then Thirst. Sunmane's just a pretty good performer. Nice little flyer for these types of decks. Pious Wayfarer. I do like Pious Wayfarer. I also like Flicker of Fate with some synergies, but Pious Wayfarer, how many 2-drops do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 2-drops. Not playing Memory Drain. I'm probably going to cut at least one of the elite instructors at some point. But Pious Wayfarer gives us a lot of value, especially with things like Omen of the Sun, Omen of the Sea. I think it's going to be better than this Flicker, which might wheel anyway. And I don't really want the Stern Dismissal, even though it would be solid in a tempo deck like this. Well, deck. Thanks. I guess we don't really have a way to use the graveyard right now, so we probably would play Sleep of the Dead. Just tap stuff, because we don't currently have a single way to use the graveyard. I guess other than... yeah, we don't have any ways, so Sleep of the Dead would actually be okay. But I don't want to be taking that here. This is just a blank pack for us. There's so many red and green cards. Oh, Gallia, if only. It could be a fun time to try out Sleep of the Dead. I haven't really gotten a chance to play with it all that much. Unfortunately, we don't have any auras for that right now, so I think we're just going to take a Thirst for Meaning. Hope to get a little bit of stuff going with that. I don't think we have any way to target Hero of the Pride. So I think I'm just going to take the Omen of the Sun as a result of that. Or maybe I take Vexing Gull. Yeah, I'm not playing Rise. I took it out of the deck. I don't think we take Hero of the Pride here. We don't have any ways to target. We already have Hero that we probably aren't playing. I would love a Sentinel's Eyes in one of these next 2 packs. I think we're going to take Omen because it works with Pious. Vexing Gull is also pretty solid. But let's get the Omen. And now... I don't love Riptide Turtle. I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm just going to take a Soul Guide Lantern. Now that's a card that targets. And now, would we rather have another Stinging Lionfish or Vexing Gull? Probably. Let's see our 3-drop count. We're not playing Dawn of Angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a lot of 3-drops, and you can really never have too many 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's get another Stinging Lionfish in there. Another Deny the Divine. Sure thing, mate. I guess Bronze Sword wouldn't be the worst, but I think Deny is going to be better. Another Flicker of Fate. I like it. And just picking up some random stuff. Okay, let's look at the build portion of this deck. I think they said you could set a default card sleeve now, but I don't remember how they said you did it. Okie doke. So we have 47 cards right now. Definitely going to be going with a 10-7 split due to our heavy white commitments, which will impact how we build our deck. So we're not going to want to put too much blue. I guess we do have a lot of blue 2-drops though. So we can safely cut Soul Guide Lantern, I think. We do have a lot of ways to use stuff at instant speed. I wouldn't mind trying out Sleep of the Dead. Tapping stuff down could be nice. Hero of the Winds is probably unnecessary because we didn't get any way to buff it like with an enchantment, so it's just going to be worse than something like Hero. And Phalanx Tactics is going to be just solid anyway, just giving our entire team +1/+1. And then we can cut a Deny the Divine. We could even cut both Deny the Divines. We could go like Elite Instructor cut, Deny the Divine cut, Thirst for Meaning cut, Sleep the Dead cut. Except Thirst for Meaning is better than Elite Instructor. I think we might also cut Revoke Existence for an Elite Instructor, because Revoke is like harder to use in an aggressive deck sometimes, because if you don't have a target then you're like kind of screwed. Yeah, agreed. Part of the cool part is that you feel your escape things, and that doesn't fulfill that requirement. Is a 1-drop that important? The 1-drop isn't that important, Nebrazik, but it's actually just a good card. It gives us devotion for our Daybreak Chimera. Never sure when to go heavy with counter spells. I don't always play counter spells. I think this could be a fine deck for counter spells because we have other ways to use instant speed, like 2 omens. Like we can sack omens, so I probably should play Deny the Divine in this deck. We'll cut a Nyxborn Courser. Actually, we'll cut the Elite Instructor. Yeah, this seems good to me. We don't want the Revoke. Dawn of Angels, mediocre. Hero's not great. We don't want the Instructors because we don't have any way to eat the Graveyard. This is kind of close to being playable. But yeah, this deck looks pretty solid to me. I'm excited to try it out. And I hope you stay with me for the matches. I'll see you there. Before I get to the matches, I want to take a brief moment to shout out all of my patrons over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, especially those who support at the credits level. And I do want to say that if you've been enjoying my content and are looking for a way to give back, even $1 a month unlocks some pretty cool rewards and helps me continue making high quality videos on a consistent basis. So for more information, be sure to check it out at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. But without further ado, let's get to the matches. Round 1, we have a great hand. We're going to keep this one. Daxos into Nyxborn Courser, setting up those walls so that our flyers can hopefully end the game at some point. Using our War of the Spark basic lands, of course. Because it just really called to me. I don't know why. They just, like, beautiful artwork. Getting Daxos in play ASAP. Start racking up the life. That's a cool animation. He, like, holds up his sword like, ah. One of these days I'll open up a Heliod and then I'll have a really fun deck. Funnily enough, I think blue-white is like one of the worst archetypes. It just happened to be what I got pushed into. So like it's not like bad enough that it's like worth avoiding. Yeah, but the thing is it's not worth going off curve to like on the chance that they have a 2-drop removal spell, because a 2-drop removal spell is going to kill one of my creatures at some point later. Yeah, it's sometimes. Ooh. We're gonna Dreadful Apathy here, because we don't have any things that can be used in graveyards either. There's no sacrifices in black-white at the moment, and if they do play one, we can get rid of it. And if we draw a land, we can use our Flicker of Fate Dreadful Apathy combo. They could have Flicker. True. You can't play around everything. Does this guy have lifelink? He does. Yeah, he does. I like to play based on the information in my hand rather than what my opponent could have, especially in a best-of-1 game where I haven't seen the cards in my opponent's deck. If I was playing game 2 and I knew my opponent had, like... What? They just killed their own guy? Well, that's absurd. I guess they got me. I guess they got me. I didn't see that coming. Didn't see that one. Yeah, I figured they had something like that, or a Rise from Glory. That seems like questionable. Thank you, Alucardio, for the follow. I appreciate it. We almost just have them dead. Because we can tap down one of their guys. We're just going to wait, though. Because if we draw a creature, we could just kill them almost in one stroke. I wish they'd attacked, because then I could have flickered my Ichthyomorphosis, attacked with everything. Though that would have been kind of bad. Never mind, that would have not worked. Unfortunately, we have drawn one too many lands at this point. Gosh darn it. Well, luckily, if they go for the sacrifice on their turn, they didn't. They're too clever for that. Because if they'd gone for the sacrifice immediately. Oh, right, I can't respond. Shoot. That was, shall we say, unfortunate. We were looking like we were in good shape this game, I must say. Now that's more like it. Oh, if only I had kept around my Flicker of Fate. But at the time, there was no way of knowing. I'll make a casual 5 tokens, no big deal. Oh, right, I also gain a ton of life. So now I have 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. So, and they have 3 blockers, so 6 of them are getting through, which means they would go to 1, then they would die on the following turn. 2 to the bottom. And if we top deck something relevant, then we'll just win. So they would kill my 4 creatures, and they take 5. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We will just be patient. Now that's a card. We're gonna wait, use it on their turn. Island is very relevant. It lets us cast our spells. So, tapping one of their things is like a guaranteed benefit, so I think I'm just going to do that. So like on their turn, I'll use Omen of the Sea, like on their end step. And then whatever I get off of it, I can play it next turn. I forget if I have another Flicker of Fate in my deck. If I have another Flicker, I should just use this now. Because I would Flicker the Hoplite. No, I needed to hold full control. Oh my god. Yeah, sure. I will keep that on top of my deck to protect it from any discard spells. Well, the thing is, Alucardio, is that I have a guaranteed tap effect, and so it is like a little bit more guaranteed, I think, of a win. But there is definitely an argument to be made. So what kill spell could they have? I'm going to target the Hoplite, because if they have Flicker of Fate, then they'll have to bounce, like, flicker my Hoplite. Boom! Got the old W. I'll see you folks in the next round. Welcome to round 2. The classic Triple Island Daxos hand. But I think we'll keep it. We have a Thirst Remaining. Pretty much that's the only reason. Our only castable spell. But we'll be fine. Ooh, and that's a nice little accompaniment. A nice accoutrement, as they say in French. Okay, most likely gonna Thirst here. You leave me no choice, opponent. I must take the damage. Ah, yes. 'Tis the classic. I think we will get rid of... Daxos is nice for life gain, but we're going to get rid of him. Because we are nowhere near casting him. I spoke too soon. I didn't really want to get rid of 2 cards at the time. We shall pre-combat the Omen. Don't take damage from that, I'll tell you that much. We don't want either of those cards. 2-drop is kind of lackluster. We would much rather have planes. Yep. I likely should have attacked there because I can't block. So that was just a mistake. Losing my lionfish would be bad, so we're going to wait and not do that. Now we'll just use our Omen of the Sun. This guy can't block the Temple Thief anyway. We hath made a mighty trade. Oh gosh. It's a difficult conundrum on which one to sacrifice. Because if I sacrifice the Omen of the Sun, then I lose a devotion. I think we're just gonna hold everything up. We can threaten a double block on Nyxborn. We'll just take 4. And then we can use our old Dreadful Apathy trick. Hold full control. That doesn't work the way you want it to. Actually, it does. It stops my Dreadful Apathy. Opponents are just using all their removal spells on themselves today. Not sure what should we think, what we should think of that. No, it was more like a 1-for-1. We're going to get rid of this one because this one's better with our Shimmerwing Chimera if we find it. We'll keep 2 spells. We did it. they're gonna kill it. Oh no, feels bad. Yeah. Let's go for it. We're going to be trading badly if they block my 2 lionfishes, but such is life. I don't think I necessarily win an extended game. Oh, yikes. The old Vexing Gull. I think if this card is a blank, then we might be favored in just a straight top deck war here. Because they have less life. And we get this nice little juicy scry too. I actually could not have, because giving it an extra point of power would not have done anything. Go, Leonin. Charge! Yes! Oh, baby, we're top decking now! Let's go! Which card do we not want them to get back? Let's get rid of the Vexing Gull. No, they have a counterspell this whole time? It is indeed not Indomitable Will. Gosh darn it, Deny the Divine. You make me sick. Ooh, a little bit of scry action. I like it. I like it very much. Let's go! We are so close! Oh man, we dodged a bullet them drawing it this turn instead of last turn. Because even 8 mana draw 3 would have been good here. Boom! And we got the win! Yes! Take that, Tundra Wolf 24. I'll see you folks in the next round. Into round 3, we have another keeper. It's funny where your mind goes. I saw this and I thought of like ancient sea creatures. Like this was like, it's like fossil, like a sand dollar. Even though that's not like an ancient sea creature. And then I thought of a book I read called 13 and a Half Lives of Captain Blue Bear. And there's this line like, never trust a troglodyte, which just popped into my head. But back to the game. We're starting things off with a nice stinging lionfish, also a sea creature, like the sand dollar. Ooh, the Medamais. Welcome, Medamai. Have we played against blue-black 3 times in a row? No, the first opponent was black-white, because they had that dog. We have our combo. The combo. We're going to get more power into play first. Let's see what they name. Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Probably going to want to counter that. Towering Wave Mystic. Sure thing, bud. You got it. I'm gonna have to trade eventually. Milling me makes no sense, but, you know, to each their own. I'm gonna just counter this so that I don't have to deal with that as like a late game thing. Also stopping them from scrying 3 is kind of nice. I don't know. Yep. This game is not gonna go well for us though. Haha. So now this is a tough question, because I can flicker this in response and they don't draw a card, or I can essentially get use my Dreadful Apathy more effectively. I think I'm gonna let them get a card. Maybe they have a Deny the Divine and this is wrong, but I think I'm gonna have to let them draw a card. Sadly. So punished. Just so punished. Yeah, I don't think we can win. Because sacrificing the creature is part of the cost, so I can't, respond to it. Yeah, I'm just going to concede we can't win this game. Whew, see you folks in the next round. Welcome to round 4. This is a sweet hand. We got the 2-drop into 3-drop into our Devotion card, and we have 2 of the cards the right color. Only planes. It's like we're playing mono white. That's cute. Ooh, another white card. I think this is a fine trade for us if they make it. Hiya, Tups. We're playing... Ooh, this is good either way. We don't really want to trade because we just want to get a bunch of tokens and then flicker a Fate our guy and get even more tokens. And then we'll have so many tokens it won't matter if we lose a couple. Yeah, I don't really care about that. It doesn't do anything. At least not at the moment. They need 2 more Devotion. So they're also playing the Devotion game. I'll bite a little bit more effectively. I think they'll probably trade, or I hope they do. Or if they don't trade, at least they get some damage in. Yeah, nice. And we don't really care if they attack us. I would like to draw an island on my next turn. That would be a nice draw. One, dos, tres. Sure. As long as it's not a green creature, I'm fine. Sure. Oh gosh. So Nylea is one away from being a creature. I do need to save this flicker to bounce my own Hoplite though, I think. It's gonna be my best path. If I was gonna draw a non-creature, that was a fine one. I mean a non-land. Attacking, gets rid of another green devotion. Seems worth it to me. Well, that's good for me. I'll take it. Got him. It's like a devotion race. We both traded down one devotion. Ah, my good friend Scophos. Scophos Maze Warden. You never know. They probably would rather use their stuff on the Arachne or something. Oh my gosh, we're going to have so many tokens. I can't wait till we draw a land. I'm so excited. Oh gosh. Hoplite, flicker, flicker. This is 2, 3, 4. We're going to get 5 tokens every time. So we're going to have 15 tokens. Oh, I just can't wait to draw land. I'm gonna be a mighty Hoplite. We're not sacrificing this because it's an extra devotion. Oh yeah, we did it. Oh yeah, and we gain 5 life. Life is good. No big deal. Ba-da-ba-da. Dax was blessed by the sun. No attacks. Imagine if we drew our Q opponent using Underworld Fires. If they did Underworld Fires oh no, I can't get +1/+1. That would be slightly sad, I will admit. Wow, Omen of the Sun Hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4. My devotion is better than yours. Hey, that rhymed. I didn't even do that on purpose. Yikes. Tactics time. That's the card I was thinking of. It's tactics time. Thrice so nice. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Oh my gosh, their Nylea is turned on. I'm so scared. Oh no. They have an indestructible attacker. Oh, this is hilarious. No blocks. If I draw another land, I can get the Lionfish into play first. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. So we just kill them next turn. Because Flicker Fate, we can like tap Nyxborn, tap Nylea, just end this game. It's amazing. This is unbelievable. We're gonna have so many. I don't even care. I have so much life. They could like play like Clothes' Design and like a Forerunner this turn and like give all their guys +6/+6 and trample, and I would gain so much life that it wouldn't matter. I'm at like 34 life right now. Oh my gosh, because I'm tapping stuff. Okay, sure. I'm okay with that. Like, watch. When they go to combat, we'll tap the Nylea. Actually, we'll let them attack us, and then we'll tap their other guys. Because now they have 4 blockers. I'm so excited. Nice. The value. Oh. Oh, opponent. You sweet summer child. I really don't want them to concede because I want them to know that I have another one. Tactics one time for fun. We don't even need tactics. We just kill them. Oh, is this only the first time you cast it? Boom! Got the job done. That is how you do it with style. And I'll see you in the next round. Welcome to round 5. We'll keep this hand. Like, you just kind of have the stuff you need. Always play planes first, because if we draw Daxos, we'd probably want to play that. Because with Hoplite, even if you get like 3 tokens, it's still great. I mean, it's still solid with 3 tokens. And it provides 1 token on its own, so you need like 2 white symbols, so like a Nyxborn Courser. And then you're going to get Flicker of Fates anyway. Oh my gosh. Poor opponent. We'll Thirst for Meaning on their turn, so if they do play a blocker, we can tap it. I am so sad right now. Which one do I use, though? I either Tactics or I Flicker. I think I probably Flicker. Because Tactics can maybe kill them. Like, I don't have any use for the Tactics right now. Ooh, nice. Let's see what they take. Probably gonna have to take Phalanx Tactics. Wait, really? What do they have? What? So if I attack with O3, they'll get a trade off. Now they're dead on board. They need another creature or something. Luckily, I don't care about my graveyard. All I want for Christmas is them to not draw literally everything they need. Oh my gosh. Could I draw a spell? Please, no! Opponent, this is so brutal! Oh, this is so sad. Why? Deck, you have forsaken me. This is the time when you choose to give me 3 lands? Oh, thank God. We got there. Let's go. My deck was just giving me that extra thrill of joy of drawing the card at the right time. I was like, no, we got him to 2 life, please. Oh, see you folks in the next round. Welcome. We have another great hand. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. It's all coming together. Opponent is using sweet Tameo sleeves. We'll lead with Hero just in case we draw our Reverend Hoplite, or in case they kill one of our cards. Because in that case, we will want to make sure we have enough devotion so that our Daybreak can come down on turn 4. Like, imagine they like Return to Nature this guy. Warden of the Chained. Next turn, we can get down Lionfish and Chimera. Wow, what a draw. They can sacrifice something with their Blood Aspirant, so we'll probably just do a trade if that comes to that. The Blood Aspirant's really irritating, because it can sacrifice a creature that we put a Dreadful Apathy on. You know what I'd really like is Reverend Hoplite. That would be amazing. Just make a casual 6 tokens and then flicker it. No big deal. That's why Reverend Hoplite is amazing. It's just like not hard to get a heavy white deck. Or maybe it doesn't always, you don't always get a heavy white deck, but when you do, it's like play creatures, win. Well, sad day. Ugh. Get in for 3. Then I will hold that land in case I want to discard it to my Thirst for Meaning. Then we can tap down like Warden. Oh no, I messed up. Oh, I should have played my Thirst for Meaning and tapped the Blood Aspirant. That would have been so much better. Because that would have stopped them from sacrificing it. I think we're just going to offer the trade of the Stinging Lionfish. We'll play a land. This way they can't sacrifice the Theros' blessing. That's a confusing attack. I think we just get rid of this thing for good, maybe. I think we definitely want to attack with everything. So maybe we just Dreadful Apathy this, attack with everything. Play Courser. No, that's not good. Because this thing's gonna die. I'm not as worried about them escaping that card. So the logic there was that they no longer then have the Irose's blessing to sacrifice to the Blood Aspirant. This card is just so much better. As just a flyer, so I'm just going to get it into play. They can ping the lionfish, I'm okay with that. I'm just using this as a 3/2 flyer. Well, that's an easy block. Okay, so they just got an extra counter that way. They could have got the counter by sacrificing it to War Leader and done an extra damage to me, which is actually a relevant amount, because then I'm at 10 and it's a 2-turn clock, but, you know, that's hard to see. And now they don't have a blocker, so definitely relevant. And they can't bring it back. So they'll trade with this. Then I'll hold up my Deny the Divine, counter the Loathsome Chimera on the way back down. Or maybe I should just play the Leonin. But Leonin just dies to this guy. That's a bummer. Okay, so then this way I'd have lethal in play. I think countering the Loathsome is good. I know they'll bring back the Chimera. The point isn't whether or not it's worth it to just let them do it. But I think stopping their turn is good. Final Flare was a bummer. Ooh. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. The reason I didn't play Theomorphosis is because, oh gosh, well I can use the Leona. No, Blood Aspirant screws that plan up. No, but if they ping this, then this, by sacking that, then it dies anyway. Perfect. Aspirant is really annoying. The fact that they both have our sacrifice outlets is super irritating. Well, if they don't sacrifice it, then we get some upside. The problem is we can't really Ichthyomorphosis this because a lot of its power comes from the fact that it's got counters on it. So I think we have to Ichthyomorphosis this thing. Goodbye, Underworld Rage Hound. Now it's at least tapped, so actually that gives us a nice attack. We found a window. Oh, they're dead next turn if they don't have anything. And we choose to attack. No! I don't think that is necessarily true. So now they're dead again next turn. No, they're not, because they can go block, block, sack this. They go block, block, sack to kill that. I'm going to be patient. Patience not rewarded. Because all I need is an instant speed spell. I have a couple omens. Yeah, that's a bummer. It's a bummer. Maybe I was supposed to assume they didn't have anything. That would have been a really good card to have. Tell that to Anthony Davis. That was actually my nickname, one of my nicknames. They called me in high school. Or it was like a joke tennis nickname, so they'd be like, Nicolai, Anthony Davis, blah, blah, blah. Part of the like... The games are so close. I'm holding on by a hair. Reverend Hoplite. Ooh, that's a really good draw. That's a real good one. Before I do anything, I'm going to want to know what I'm going to draw. I could flicker before. It will trigger. It will trigger Richard. But I think I'm going to sacrifice before I use flicker. I don't think I want to flicker the omen. We'll top. They have 3, 4 guys. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. So we can't quite get there. Okay, they killed my 2/2, so that's a little bit odd. Okay. We'll cast this now in case we find Reverend Hoplite as the second card down. We do not. Our Shimmerwing's already dead, right? It is. We only have 10 cards left, so Hoplite's got to be there somewhere. Did we already use our first Omen? We did not. I felt like we had gotten a Scry from somewhere, but I guess we did not. I'm considering it, but I think I want to just flicker Hoplite instead. So they can pump this 3 times, so we make it a 6-1. And then I can Threnody Singer to make it a 4-1. $17 lands. Again, I think I'm saving this flicker. Do I have my other flicker in the deck still? No, I do not. No, there's a couple lands in my graveyard because I got rid of 2 with Thirst. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah. I almost flickered Threnody Singer. Well, that's a nice little 1-2 punch. I think I might have him. Next turn, I tap Blood Aspirant with my Daxos coming into play. Flicker Daxos. Tap Forerunner. I don't usually play with my sound on either, but people seem to like it. Tap that Blood Aspirant down. So we can flicker him to tap down this guy. Even if they gain 2 life from like an Omen. Say they have the Omen to kill this. We attack with everything. Do we have them dead? 1, 2. We have... Let's just say they block this and this. They take 3. Now I'm just thinking. So if they have Final Flare, they can kill the Unicorn. But they probably would have done that already. Jeez, Maze of Death. That's... Try to... Yeah, it was International Women's Day yesterday, dude. Please don't. Oh, gosh. So if I try to tap this thing down and they have Omen, and they kill one of my tokens, this thing's tapped then. They have 1 blocker. They've gained 2 life. They're up to 6. I'm just going to attack, and I'll just play a little bit more patient. I think they go to 1 here. But they're in, like, rough shape. Oh, no, they're not dead. Aha! It's 4. Wait, why did they block that instead of my Nyxborn Courser? I was like, wait, I didn't do the math wrong. They could have blocked a 2-4 instead of a 1-3. It's the classic, oh, my creature has reach, I guess I'll block the flyer. Gosh. Well, interesting game. I was hoping to draw that Hoplite eventually, but we didn't even need it. I'll see you in the next round. Welcome to round 7. We're cruising for a victory. Lead with Plains in case we draw Daxos. My girlfriend just laughed at that joke. It's okay. I just want to make sure the community is welcoming for everyone. And I know that there can sometimes be issues with that things. Well then. I see what you're up to, Eidolon. Well, that's gonna have to be stopped. Luckily, we have a good double block on it already. If we find our Reverent Hoplite, it's gonna be amazing. Mediocre rares. We don't want to play Omen of the Sea first because we... Really? Because we don't want to like draw a good card. We have one Nebrazik. We are 5-1. Yeah. We'll keep both of those. Phalanx Tactics with our one hero in the deck. And Omen and all this stuff to go wide. And it could work. We don't care about that card, even though it is irritating. We're currently still at a point where lands are fine draws, so we don't want to sacrifice our Omens yet. Because land is a fine draw, spell is a fine draw. I'm going to protect Daxos. He's massive, he's gaining me tons of life. I think we're going to hold up this deny. Yep, that's deniable. I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at. Now that's a good draw. Now there's actually some pressure on them. And our Daxos now has 10 toughness. That's always a fun moment. The thing is these 1/1s get blocked. So if they blocked so if we attacked with everything and they played around Phalanx Tactics, they could just block a guy there. And that negates a lot of the damage we do. But if we didn't attack with these, then it'd be way easier to read what we had. I think we're going to sacrifice the Omen of the Sun, though. It's close. Maybe we would rather. And also they can just get a nice block on there. Maybe we'd rather sacrifice Omen of the Sea. If we draw Shimmerwing Chimera, which we would probably be bouncing Omen of the Sun just for 1/1's overturn. Actually, we'd probably want to get the extra card every turn, so let's sacrifice this. It is one less token with our Hoplite. That's a good one. It's a good one. Let's go for this now. Yeah, White Devotion is already pretty high, agreed. That's why I preferred to play for the Shimmerwing instead of the Hoplite. There's no way to kill the Apathy at instant speed unless they have Flicker, which would also get rid of the Sentinel's Eyes. So I think this is a good attack. Let's assume they block there, so we lose that guy, but we hit them back for a lot of damage. Hopefully this works. If they had removal, I figured they'd use it on our Chimera or our Daxos. But maybe they're just a legend. Oh, okay. So, punished. The classic. Oh, but yeah. Punished, but like, we're still like mauling them on that turn, so it doesn't matter. I'm surprised they didn't sack their tokens to the land pad. What the heck? That was nuts. They have a second Kanoros? How have I played against 3 Kanoroses in one draft? I don't think... It's just like variance sometimes. Ugh, it's kind of irritating though. I mean, we've all been there. We've all had decks that have multiples of the same rare. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we just want to draw something good. They can't even cast their Sentinel's Eyes because of Kanoros. I guess we'll take a creature. It's not the best creature, but it is a creature. It's probably slightly better than a random draw from our deck. Did they really scry Transcendent Envoy to the top? I guess it's probably better than a random card from their deck. Oh, there you go. No, I have to target it with a spell. This targets after it enters. It was just 8 tokens and the opponent was like, screw it, I'm done. I've been there before. Got there. I'll see you folks in the next round. Final round. I'm really liking this hand. Wayfarer into hero into this combat trick. We got a 1-drop. Let's go. This is the first time. I was literally thinking right before this game, why haven't we drawn Pious Wayfarer yet? Yeah, there was a couple of sacrifices you could have made, but like not a huge deal either way. We will happily trade our 1-2 for your 2-1. Funnily enough, Pious Wayfarer is actually better than Hero of the Pride. Yeah, it was like decking was not a concern. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No! The pain! Oh my gosh, I hate Elspeth's Nightmare so much. Let's play one of our non-creatures this turn, I guess. Actually, let's just get this guy out. They're gonna take one of them either way. It was a good game. There was also a bunch of viewers, I guess, that were like, "Oh my gosh, he has 2 Kanoros! How lucky! What the heck?" But it's like, it happens. Wait, they're main decking Irreverent Revelers? We're just gonna pass the turn here. I wonder why they're attacking with those. Okay. Thank you, Lahore, for the follow. I appreciate it. Why didn't they block? I can Ixthio the Nyxborn Marauder. Pump the... The problem is Oriad's going to eat my guy no matter what I do, so we're just going to pass. If the game stalls, we have 2 Flicker of Fates to flicker our Hoplite and get even more. Done. These Mire Tritons are also irritating. Really? Well... If you're gonna be that, like that about it. This is a fight, right? Yeah. I'm not going to Ichthyomorphosis an Oriad. Oh, sure. You can join our Discord. The Discord server is free, available for everyone. Sure, I keep the white mana symbols, which is what matters. What? again, there's no reason not to block there. Honestly, trading Pious Wayfarer for Mire Triton is probably really good for me. Which in that case I should have blocked opposite, so I cost myself 1 point of damage. Altar the Pantheon is worth a slot in certain lists. Give me... Fortunately, they're going to fight my Reverent Hoplite. And it doesn't end up dying, which is a bummer too. So they get to have a creature fight, so that means they'll fight this thing against this thing. Unless they like double pump it in response and then fight my Nyxborn Courser. Which they could do. No! They should have attacked with the Incendiary Oracle first. We're gonna bounce this just to gain extra life. Huzzah! Block here, block here, block there. Actually, blocking here is really sad, so maybe block there. They should have done that on their turn, I think. Funny how 1 point of life actually kind of matters. I have to block like this. The Daxos will die, but he'll at least trade. Welcome, Blue Spirit Lady, to the stream. I appreciate your support. Yep. If they draw a way to kill our guy, we're screwed anyway, so. Well, the reason we didn't want to trade this like at all costs is because we just want to draw. I knew I had first strike. We want to draw one of our omens, not our omen of the sea, because they exiled that, I think. What are our omen of the suns? We have 2 of them. Yeah, that's game. Not literally, but figuratively. Ugh. Maybe not. That was the card we wanted to see. We're still in it. They'll have to sack their Oread. No, they just let it happen. Crazy stuff. I'll take it. Not gonna say no to spells. That was a Winnie and a half, I'll tell you that much. I don't think they done messed up. It all depends. It's very contextual. Oread is quite valuable in a board stall like this. As you can see, it just filtered through 2 lands. Yeah, that's quite bad for me. Yeah, Oread's great here, so I can see why they wouldn't sacrifice it. Yeah, I don't want you to have an escape creature, buddy. Nothing personal. You don't necessarily have a rare in your deck. Oh, gosh. I just have to hold on. Okay, that's not helping me. But if I can hold on, they're going to deck themselves. They have 5 cards in their deck. Oh my gosh. 5 turns is a bit ambitious. Got me. Oh. Feels a bad man. That was close though. Very close. See you folks in the ultimate final round. Yeah. Finals. If we win, we are glorious champions. If we lose, we are 6-3. And we've got a conundrum of a hand. I think we keep it. We have spells and lands, and it's really hard to justify mulliganing those. They have Saheeli sleeves, which is fun to say. Saheeli's a cool planeswalker. But them mulliganing puts us at an advantage. They mulligan twice! As long as our deck draws a plains at some point, we should be fine. They are on a mold of 5. I'm summoning plains. Yes! Oh, we did it! Oh, the power. I got the power. Oh, yes. We're going to curve 3-drop into 5-drop, just as we intended. I do want... it would be funny if I just drew only plains. That would be like ultimate hilarity. Just like plains, 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 plains. Oh my gosh. So many lands. Keep a 3-lander, draw 3 lands. We're in fine shape. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's actually kind of funny. We drew 4 lands in a row, because I kind of wanted lands, but I guess I bit off more than I could chew. We'll keep these lands around in case we draw Thirst for Meaning, though. Oh, that card's absurd. We are in bad shape. Constellation... Thank you so much, Aegis, for the support. I appreciate it. We're just going to use our flicker now. Oh, I think that's unquestionably better. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Yes! Yes! We did it! I targeted the Courser because if they did have Stern Dismissal, I didn't want to get completely owned and lose my token in addition to it, but yes. Oh, yes! We did it! We got the maximum wins. Our deck really did perform. Did we even have any rares? If you did make it, we didn't have a single rare in our deck. Nice. That's pretty epic. Well, if you did make it all the way till the end of the video and you're watching this on YouTube, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Hoplite Combos because we had some sweet Hoplite combos, and Hoplite is a awesome card, or hashtag no rares, whichever one you choose, because we didn't have any rares either, which is a little bit of a fun aside. Remember to hit that thumbs up button to support the channel, subscribe to catch my future videos, leave a comment if you have any questions. If you want to catch me streaming, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas, be sure to follow me there. And if you want to talk about all things Magic, be sure to check out the Discord server. It's free and available for everyone. If you would like to support the channel monetarily or give back, maybe you've gotten some value, some extra packs, and you want to share that support with me and might help me continue making content, be sure to check out the Patreon for the channel, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. It's a great way to give back to the channel and get access to some bonus content in the process. But that is going to do it for this draft video. We're going to just open up our prize packs because I know people like seeing packs being opened. It's all small, but, you know, it was, ooh, Allure. I actually haven't played with or against that yet, but it'll be fun when I do. Ooh, we filled the vault. Let's go. Oh, another land and final pack. Moment of truth. If we open Heliod, it'll be perfect. Well, we got Heliod's punishment, so close enough. That is going to do it for this draft video. I know somebody's going to be tilted we didn't open this vault, but I'll see you in the next video.